And that is a serious commitment. And it not only is then, it is a serious commitment today to take Herbalife around the entire world, which is in the process of happening. But we talked about how we were going to have to be different than all the distributors in Herbalife. We were going to have a different kind of commitment than usual, regular distributors. We weren't talking about get team members. We weren't talking about millionaire team attitudes. We were talking about multi-millionaire commitment, okay, to the company. And this is when we were only doing 80,000 that month in business. And I talked a lot about that day, that where I was at, okay, this is where I was at, because a lot of people lose it when they're doing Herbalife. They get extremely excited when they come down to that first meeting, right? First meeting, everything's happening, they're excited, and then they're going, okay? And in the second month, you know, they do kind of okay. The third month, now they're in the flyers that they worked their circle of influence, right? And now they're getting into the second stage of having to do business, and it's not going quite as good. The fourth month, it starts to become a job. The fifth month, it's, you know, it's so testimonial. I talked about what was going to be happening with me is I was going to be wild the first month. In the second month, I was going to be wilder. The third month, I was going to be crazy. Okay? The fourth month, I was going to be ecstatic. Okay? Ecstatic is what I was going to be. The fifth month, I was going to be consistently ecstatic. The seventh month, I was going to buy my first house, which I did. Whoa. And this was the third month, and I was talking this. See, it hadn't happened yet, but I was telling them it was going to happen, and it happened. Some of it didn't happen all the same day it was supposed to, right? But it happened. The ninth month, I talked about I was going to have my vacation home, and that didn't happen that year. It happened the second year. We all talked about that we were going to have to work with all of our total commitment, our mind, our body, our soul, towards our personal goals, okay? And if we didn't do that with everything that we had, we were losers, and we deserve to be losers, okay? See, if you want to be where you're at and just keep going, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with that, okay? And if what you want to do after this meeting, after we get done with you guys, okay, is if you want to stay right where you're at $100,000 a year and just be comfortable, okay, that's great, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. That's not what we were talking about in Palm Springs. We were talking about how we were going to become millionaires, how we were going to commit to the company and build Herbalife around the world. That's an unusual commitment, okay? That's extraordinary commitment we're talking about, okay? And that's what we talked about then, and that's what we're going to talk about here. We talked about how we were going to stick to the basics on continuing to sell the products and continuing to get distributors, and we were going to continue to teach people how to sell the products and recruit distributors, and that's what we were going to do all day long, okay? And then we told them at that meeting, I said, listen, gang, we're now about to leave, okay? And I've told you everything that there is to know, okay? And everything that I've shared with you here may not be for you. So if it isn't, great, okay? But where I'm going is $100 million. So I got to see you guys. I'm leaving, and I left. And when we got out of that group meeting, there was a couple of people that didn't make it. Like I say, Don Grinnell, that next month, $18,000 worth of business. The next month, he was out of business and into another multi-level company. Dallas Bordenov never made it. Tim Greeny stuck for about 3 years. 3 years he did it. He's the sponsor of Mark Zuckerberg in the back of the room. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Okay, can you believe it? Okay, and he left. He left. And I never forget putting it on Tim Greeny, okay? Because Tim Greeny really hurt my feelings, man. He was my best friend, okay? We had really gotten to like each other. We were very much like each other. And I'll never forget taking them up to my first house that I bought up on Mulholland Drive. And we were sitting there, and I said, Tim, you are making such a serious mistake. I put my best deal on Tim, okay? Just like I'm going to put my best deal on you guys, okay? I tried everything I knew how to do, and Tim left, okay? And he's got Mark Zuckerberg and all the group, Philly, everybody underneath that deal, and he's gone, okay? Tough. Tough, okay? And that's what it's going to be here. Tough. Okay? So here, what we're going to do is we're back in Palm Springs for the second time. And we're going to get to be good friends this weekend. Good friends, okay? No private meetings for Mark Hughes, okay? I'm going to be out with you guys, and I'm going to try to get every single person's story in the room. I know you guys, okay? I know you guys, okay? But I don't know you guys, okay? And we're going to get to know each other differently than we've known each other ever before, as much as we can in 4 days, okay? Everywhere I'm going to be is at the pool, at the breakfast table, at the wherever you guys are at, okay, is what it's going to be, okay? Because this group is my champions, okay? And we are the group that's going to make it happen. And we're going to talk all week long about the teamwork that we're going to have to take Herbalife around the world, to have the kind of prestige that we want, to have the kind of smell-good company that we want, to have the kind of shiny image that we want. It's going to take a serious amount of teamwork, because we're in a serious amount of languages, with a lot of different religions, with a lot of different colors of skin, with a lot of different kind of personalities, and it's going to take a lot of people that have the commitment to take the message, okay, to all around the world, okay? And we're going to get to know each other. We're going to get rid of all the rumors this week. All the rumors, whatever they are, and I know what they are, by the way, okay, and you guys are going to help give some of them, okay? We're going to get rid of them all this weekend so that our minds are right. So that we're not thinking 30% of our time about who's doing what and everything that's going on, okay? The only thing that you need to be thinking about, okay? Only thing you need to be thinking about, okay, is how many customers you're going to be getting, and how many distributors you're going to be getting, and how many people, and then you're going to get teaching those people how to get customers and how to get distributors. That's all you guys need to be doing, okay? That's all you need to be doing. Okay, all you need to be doing. "50% of the first Palm Springs group became millionaires." Now look at what we got here. Isn't this interesting? And I'll tell you what's really interesting, okay? There was me and 7 people that came to Palm Springs. Today, what we have is me and my 7 Chairman's Club members today. Very interesting. And we are all going to this front row, okay, because these guys are very good friends of mine, and they know, okay, they know how to work, and they know how to make millions, okay? And we're going to do our best job, okay, to get everybody in the room clear about how you're going to make millions, okay? How you guys are going to make millions. Now, whether you make millions or not is strictly up to you, okay? And like I said at the beginning, okay? If everything that we talk about isn't for you, that's okay, okay? This is not your average, ordinary, regular meeting that we're going to be talking about. We're talking about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, what the game plan is. I'm going to show you guys the entire game plan on how we're going to get this year here. You understand? This year here, if we pour it on when we get out of this room, we're going to be about $1.5 billion this year.